In the small village of Akakua, in the heart of Africa, there lived a young man named Kofi. Kofi was in his late 20s, and like many young men in the village, he was struggling to make ends meet. A group of friends hanging out in a local bar. One day, Kofi and his friends, Kwame, Oma, and Yo, hatched a plan to steal a diamond ring from the graveyard of an old woman named Nana Akua. A dark and spooky graveyard at night. Nana Akua was a wealthy woman, but her riches came with a dark secret. She had made a pact with evil spirits to gain her wealth, and the diamond ring was a symbol of that pact. Kofi and his friends digging up the grave and finding the diamond ring. Kofi and his friends stole the ring and sold it, thinking they had gotten away with the perfect crime. Kofi enjoying his newfound wealth, buying new clothes and drinking with his friends. But little did Kofi know, Nana Akua's spirit had been awakened, and she was determined to get her ring back. Kofi starting to experience strange and terrifying occurrences. Kofi began to experience strange and terrifying occurrences. He would see Nana Akua's ghostly figure following him everywhere he went. Kofi trying to escape from Nana Akua's ghost. Kofi tried to escape, but Nana Akua's spirit was relentless. She would appear to him in his dreams, demanding that he return her ring. But now, with Nana Akua's ghost haunting him, Kofi realized he had to get the ring back. He set out to find the merchant, but it wasn't easy. The merchant had left the village immediately after buying the ring, and no one knew where he had gone. Kofi searched the entire village, asking everyone if they had seen the merchant. But no one had any information. It was as if the merchant had vanished into thin air. Kofi was getting desperate. He knew he had to get the ring back, or Nana Akua's ghost would continue to haunt him. He decided to travel to the city, to see if he could find any leads on the merchant's whereabouts. As he arrived in the city, Kofi was overwhelmed by the hustle and bustle of urban life. He had never been to the city before, and everything seemed so different from his quiet village life. Kofi spent days searching the city, asking everyone he met if they knew anything about the diamond ring merchant. But every lead he followed ended in disappointment. Just when Kofi was about to give up, he received a tip that the diamond ring merchant had been seen in a nearby town. Kofi immediately set out for the town, hoping against hope that he would finally find the ring. As he arrived in the town, Kofi's heart sank. The town was small, and it seemed unlikely that the merchant would be there. But Kofi was determined to leave no stone unturned. He spent hours searching the town, asking everyone he met if they had seen the merchant. And then, just as he was about to give up, he saw a familiar face. It was the merchant. Kofi's heart leapt with excitement as he rushed towards the merchant. "Where is the ring?" Kofi demanded. The merchant looked at him in surprise. "What ring?" he asked. Kofi's eyes narrowed. "Don't play games with me," he growled. "I know you bought the diamond ring from me. Where is it?" The merchant shrugged. "I sold it to a collector," he said. "I don't know where it is now." Kofi's face fell. He had been so sure that he would be able to get the ring back. But now, it seemed like it was gone forever. The merchant saw the look of disappointment on Kofi's face and laughed. "You should have thought of that before you stole the ring," he said. Kofi's eyes flashed with anger. "I didn't steal the ring," he lied. "I just found it." The merchant raised an eyebrow. "Found it," he repeated. "In a grave." Kofi's face went red with shame. He knew he had been caught. "I'm sorry," he muttered. "I didn't mean to steal the ring. I just needed the money." The merchant shrugged. "I'm not interested in your excuses," he said. "I'm just interested in making a profit. And I already made a profit from selling the ring." Kofi's heart sank. He knew he would never be able to get the ring back. He turned and walked away, feeling defeated. As he walked, Kofi couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. He looked over his shoulder, but there was no one there. Suddenly, he heard a faint whispering in his ear. "You will never be able to escape me," the voice said. Kofi spun around, but there was no one there. He knew then that Nana Akua's ghost was still haunting him. Kofi returned to his village, feeling defeated and trapped. He knew he would never be able to get the ring back, and he would have to live with the guilt of stealing from the dead. As he arrived in the village, Kofi saw Nana Akua's ghost standing in front of him. She looked at him with a stern expression. "You should have listened to me," she said. "You should have left the ring alone." Kofi hung his head in shame. "I'm sorry," he muttered. Nana Akua's ghost nodded. "I know you are," she said. "But sorry is not enough. You must make amends." Kofi looked up at her. "How can I make amends?" he asked. Nana Akua's ghost smiled. "You can start by telling the truth," she said. "Tell everyone in the village what you did. Tell them that you stole the ring from my grave." Kofi hesitated. He didn't want to admit to the villagers what he had done. But he knew he had no choice. He took a deep breath and walked to the center of the village. "I have something to tell you all," he said, his voice shaking. The villagers gathered around him, curious about what he had to say. "I stole the diamond ring from Nana Akua's grave," Kofi said, the words stumbling out of his mouth. "I was desperate for money, and I thought it would be an easy way to get rich. But I was wrong." The villagers gasped in shock. Some of them looked at Kofi with disgust, while others looked at him with pity. Nana Akua's ghost appeared beside Kofi, a smile on her face. "Well done, Kofi," she said. "You have taken the first step towards making amends." Kofi looked at her, feeling a sense of relief wash over him. "What else can I do?" he asked. Nana Akua's ghost thought for a moment. "You can help take care of my grave," she said. "Make sure it is clean and well maintained. And you can also help take care of my family's legacy. Make sure they are remembered and honored." Kofi nodded, feeling a sense of purpose. "I will do it," he said. "I promise." Nana Akua's ghost smiled, looking pleased. "I know you will, Kofi," she said. "You have learned a valuable lesson. Greed and dishonesty may seem like easy ways to get what you want, but they always lead to trouble. Honesty and integrity are the keys to true success and happiness." And with that, Nana Akua's ghost disappeared, leaving Kofi to ponder the lesson he had learned. From that day on, Kofi dedicated himself to taking care of Nana Akua's grave and legacy. He made sure her grave was always clean and well maintained, and he helped to organize ceremonies and events to honor her memory. As he walked, Kofi felt a sense of peace and purpose that he had never felt before. He knew that he had made a mistake, but he also knew that he had learned from it. And as for Nana Akua's ghost, she was finally able to rest in peace, knowing that her legacy was in good hands. The moral of the story is that honesty and integrity are the keys to true success and happiness. Greed and dishonesty may seem like easy ways to get what you want, but they always lead to trouble. It's never too late to make amends and start anew.